It is time to talk about Nayuta. Shifta finally posted the kit, so let's go a little bit over her skills. Why she is looking to be obviously a T0 character, like from the get-go. We know anniversary characters are going to be strong, right? So if you can get a copy for Wells, you're gonna be going all in, so I don't need to say anything. I will be trying to MLB, but that's like a big if. We only have 14k gems, 20 tickets. So most likely rip my gold Miliach, but she looks really good. And her burst animation is one of the best ones they've done in a while as well. So her shooting pose is pretty good because you get the ass shot. You do not get fit. If you want fit, you need to be getting the gacha skin, which we'll be getting. But if you want fit and the ass, you need to get the gacha skin. If not, you only get ass and the heels. Well, down, but it's fine, it's fine. Her burst, however, is one of the coolest ones they've done in a while because you get the fan service and then you get the hand of God coming down, destroying absolutely everything. Really cool skin. Really cool skin. So that's said about the fan service and the intro. Obviously, let's talk about her kit, which is the important part. It's a fucking essay, bro. 1 page per skill, literally. We're going into, what's that game with like the kits that are so long that is like 30 pages? I don't remember what game it is, but yeah, we're getting into that territory. Skill 1 is Hypocrisy. This is a supporter B2 submachine gun win, pretty standard stuff when it comes to her damage and her ammo capacity early on. Nothing interesting in there. Let's talk about the skills themselves because that's the important part. Starting with the first one, Hypocrisy. That is me every time I buy a gacha skin. At the start of the battle, she's going to be gaining Indomitability for 9 seconds, only once per battle. This is good. Some safety net so she does not get fucked, right? And if she gets targeted by a boss, you don't have to worry about it early on earlier skills. Important stuff goes afterwards. So, activates when memory absorption takes effect. Affect all allies. We'll see how you can get that later. Damage dealt to attack to cores, 25%. 30% attack, and then equally shares HP recovery for 5 seconds. Now there is no HP recovery in there, but it's on the second part, only affecting to herself. Same thing when memory absorption takes effect. 25% of final max HP as HP recovery, and this is going to be shared equally amongst all of your characters. So pretty good because it's 5 characters, 25% HP. Everyone is going to be getting, you know, healthy heals and constant heals. This is every 3 seconds, and we'll show it in a moment. And then activates when attacking with full charge. This is from her burst because this is an SMG. She will be dealing 150% of final attack as damage if all enemies, if you are on the memory incineration status, and then activates only to the stage target, so to the bosses. Instead of 150, she's also going to be doing an extra 380% of final damage, of final attack as additional damage. This is a character that, just like Siren, is a support character that not only supports and brings in a lot of utility, but her damage is most likely going to be also really strong. So this is another wind DPS support. They keep getting absurd characters for no reason. It is what it is. Skill 2, Impermanence, and this is the skill where you are getting all of those buffs. So every 3 seconds you are getting 1 memory absorption stacked that can accumulate up to 30, and this cannot be affected by a stack count increase or decrease. So you cannot use any character to increase the count or decrease it. It's always going to be whatever stacks she gets every 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds you're gonna be proccing all of these things here. So this means that 100% uptime on damage dealt to cores, 30% attack, equally sharing HP, and every 3 seconds getting the 25% fat heals for everyone on the team, right? So this is 100% uptime because it activates on its own. Even if you are reloading, even if you are doing something else, you don't have to worry. Getting hit rate is good because she's an SMG, so she's gonna be missing shots, and this means you can skip getting a hit rate on your gear. You still probably want to get one, but now you can focus on elemental attack and max ammo without worrying too much about hit rate. And this effect cannot be dispelled either, which is good. Then activates when memory absorption takes effect only for herself, right? And this is based on how many stacks she has. 2 stacks, 15% attack, 10 stacks, 20% attack damage, and 30 stacks, 21% core damage. So once again, just like Siren, a pretty strong support, right? A DPS support. She does everything on its own. The only thing, obviously, is that she's going to be more for core bosses. As you can see, if there is no core, she's losing 21% core damage right here. She's losing 25% core damage on skill 1. She still gets a lot of buffs, so I don't think this is going to be meaning, oh, she's useless if there is no core. No, she still gets plenty of things. And even more so on her burst skill. I'm not even going to try to pronounce a burst skill, not going to lie, okay guys? But her burst is pretty good. She's gonna be getting 35% attack damage to everyone for 15 seconds, which will probably last you until the next rotation, and then to all enemies dealing some extra damage. Now, this attack damage is the same as Crown. So she has less attack damage than Crown, because Crown has another 20% if you heal, but she has basically way more utility and core damage. Crown still has more attack because it's like 60%, right? I believe it is when you burst. And then she also gets all of the other attack damage. The good thing is that you can run both of them together. You can put Crown as an off burst on this team. You all know how the best team right now is putting, obviously, these three basically. Rapid Red Hood as well, but these three, right? You burst with your Crown and you have your Helm that is being the off burst healer. But now Nayuta is providing the heals. Nayuta is providing even more attack damage, more attack, core damage. So you can put Crown as the off burst and burst with Nayuta, or vice versa. You can burst with Crown and have Nayuta as the off burst. Because now you are also getting good synergy with Siren, because you still keep the machine gun. You will still get the 64% attack, the reload speed, and you're still getting this 20% attack damage, 100% uptime, because it's when recovery takes effect. And Nayuta is healing every 3 seconds. That's crazy for single teams. For raids, obviously, you're not going to be running that. You want to have them on different teams. But for example, if you're doing a normal interception, you most likely are going to be running both of them together instead of running Helm Treasure now, because you get still really good heals while getting a lot more damage. Again, we'll see. We're just, talking shit here before testing. So when the patch drops, we will be testing. And then the last part of her kit, which is also pretty nice, is that she transforms her weapon to be similar to either Red Hood or Cinderella. We don't know how it's going to work yet, but she transforms into a full charge weapon, which is fixed. So it's going to be automatic. You just keep pressing like Red Hood or Cindy, and she will also be proccing this. That's why she has the full charge part of her kit. So she goes into her burst, starts doing a lot of damage for 10 seconds, she gets unlimited ammo, and she gets 150% attack to all enemies when full charge attack, and an extra 380% if attacking a boss. So really a strong kit that, again, most likely is going to be similar to Siren and hybrid support DPS. Just based on her buff numbers, she is going to be really, really strong. We will be testing live today, so if you're interested, links in the description for Twitch and here on YouTube as well. Unless the maintenance goes into extended mode, right? If they extend the maintenance, I'm going to bed, because the normal time, if everything goes right for me for this patch, it's 11 PM. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not staying up until like 4 AM if they are extending the maintenance. That's it, enough ranting. That is the kit for our beautiful girl, Nayuta. She looks fantastic, I like her a lot. We'll try to MLB and go broke in the process. So if you wanna see that shop, link in the description down below. And as usual, good luck with your full dinner rates, and I'll see you in the next one.